Yeah.
In a catastrophic turn of events, torrential rains swept across central Arizona on September 26th to 27th, unleashing flash floods that devastated communities, claimed at least 4 lives, and triggered a state of emergency in Gila County. The historic mining town of Globe, nestled between canyon walls east of Phoenix, bore the brunt of the deluge, transforming overnight from a quiet desert enclave into a disaster zone littered with debris, propane tanks, and shattered lives. Meteorologists describe the weather system as unseasonably strong, fueled by a lingering low-pressure front off the southern California coast. As it moved inland, it funneled moisture and instability into Arizona's mountainous terrain, setting the stage for violent cloudbursts. Globe recorded 2.5 inches, 6.4 centimeters, of rain in a matter of hours, an amount that overwhelmed drainage systems and funneled water rapidly through canyon channels into the heart of the town. The National Weather Service issued urgent flash flood warnings, accompanied by alerts for cloud-to-ground lightning and hail up to 1.5 inches in diameter. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways, the agency warned, but for many, the danger arrived too quickly to escape.
Yeah.
4 fatalities have been confirmed. 3 victims were found in Globe, 2 inside a submerged vehicle and 1 outside, swept away by floodwaters. A 4th victim, identified as Ander Polanco, was discovered in Scottsdale, pinned beneath a walkway bridge after his vehicle was caught in 8 feet of fast-moving water. Search and rescue operations continue, with reports of missing persons still unconfirmed. Emergency responders, aided by trained dogs, have urged residents to avoid entering flood zones to prevent interference with scent tracking. One of the most alarming consequences of the flood was the destruction of a propane distribution facility in downtown Globe. Approximately 1,000 residential-sized propane tanks were swept into the streets, posing a serious explosion hazard. There's propane tanks everywhere through downtown Globe, said Carl Melford, Gila County's emergency manager. Luckily, none of them ignited or exploded. Hazmat teams from 8 agencies, including mutual aid units from California, have been deployed to assess and contain the threat. Residents have been advised to shelter in place due to the risk of hazardous materials in the floodwaters. Videos shared on social media show vehicles smashed against poles, buildings gutted by water, and propane tanks strewn across roads and creeks. Globe City Council declared a local emergency, with Mayor Al Gamuro stating, "We've never seen anything like this."
Oh my gosh.
He added that many downtown buildings are compromised and unsafe for entry. The city has mobilized over 100 additional resources, including search and rescue crews from Maricopa, Pima, and Tonto Rim counties, as well as work crews from the State Land Department. "We are waiting on many other crews from throughout the state," the city said in a statement. Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs declared a state of emergency in Gila County, accelerating the deployment of state and federal resources. "We are unleashing the full force of state government to support the people of Gila County," Hobbs said during a press conference on September 27th. Brig General John Conley, director of the Arizona Department of Emergency and Military Affairs, emphasized the coordinated response. "This incident is locally led, state-managed, and federally supported. FEMA teams are expected to arrive imminently to assist with long-term recovery efforts." Globe's geography played a critical role in the disaster. The town lies near steep canyons that channel water from surrounding mountains directly into its downtown core. This was an extremely heavy amount of rain in an extremely short period of time, Melford explained. The area had previously experienced flooding in 2021 following a wildfire, but nothing on this scale. Experts warn that climate change may be intensifying monsoon patterns in the southwest, increasing the frequency and severity of flash floods. Urban development in vulnerable zones, aging infrastructure, and limited drainage capacity compound the risks. Volunteers have poured in to help neighbors, clear debris, and support emergency crews. Arizona's resilience and community strength are on full display today, said State Emergency Operations Manager Gabe Levine. Local officials have asked residents to focus their efforts on helping friends and neighbors rather than entering flood zones. Our primary, again, is search and rescue, Mayor Gamuros reiterated. As the storm system moves out and sunny skies return, the focus shifts to recovery. Levine outlined 3 priorities: evaluating ground conditions, responding to urgent needs, and preparing for long-term rebuilding. With federal support on the horizon, Globe faces a long road ahead, but one paved with determination and solidarity. Cars submerged in muddy waters along US 60 behind Globe City Hall. Propane tanks lodged in creek beds and parking lots. Workers in hazmat suits clearing debris from downtown streets. The National Weather Service issued a flash flood warning for the Globe Miami area, in effect until 6 p.m. About 4 p.m., city officials posted on Facebook that a storm cell had been spotted over the Pinal Mountains, which border the southern edge of Globe. Residents were urged to avoid driving through flooded areas and to stay out of low-lying zones already heavily impacted, including downtown Globe and Miami. According to the National Weather Service, the storm resulted in widespread thunderstorm activity erupting across much of the Phoenix metro area with large hail in excess of 1 in diameter, heavy rainfall leading to instances of flash flooding, and strong winds observed. Videos sent into the newsroom by viewers across the valley show severe weather conditions. In one video, severe conditions resulted in the toppling of a tree at a home in the West Valley. Other videos show hail in Scottsdale, Tempe, and Chandler. Meanwhile, Scottsdale city officials say Pinnacle Peak Park, as well as all city dog parks and sports fields, will close until Sunday, September 28th. Officials with the Arizona State Fair also announced that the fair will be closed due to weather for the day. According to the National Weather Service, the storm resulted in widespread thunderstorm activity erupting across much of the Phoenix metro area with large hail in excess of 1 in diameter, heavy rainfall leading to instances of flash flooding, and strong winds observed. Videos sent into the newsroom by viewers across the valley show severe weather conditions. In one video, severe conditions resulted in the toppling of a tree at a home in the West Valley. Other videos show hail in Scottsdale, Tempe, and Chandler. Meanwhile, Scottsdale city officials say Pinnacle Peak Park, as well as all city dog parks and sports fields, will close until Sunday, September 28th. Officials with the Arizona State Fair also announced that the fair will be closed due to weather for the day. According to officials with APS, there were a total of 9 power outages in the Phoenix area as of 3:40 p.m. on September 26th, with close to 2,800 customers affected. Meanwhile, SRP's website showed 18 power outages at one point, spanning from areas near downtown Phoenix to the Queen Creek/San Tan Valley area. By Saturday, scattered showers and storms will still be possible but may not be as powerful. In Phoenix, rain chances shift from 60% Friday to 30% Saturday. Phoenix starts to dry out Sunday, with just isolated showers possible. Additional showers and storms are likely, however, over northern and parts of eastern Arizona on Sunday. Temperatures plummet with this storm system. Highs in the low 90s are forecast Friday in Phoenix and upper 80s are likely over the weekend. Highs will gradually warm back into the 90s through next week with low 100s by late week or next weekend. Meanwhile, a heartbreaking discovery was made on Saturday morning when first responders found a man's body where two cars were stuck in a flooded Scottsdale wash. Police confirmed with Arizona's family that the body of a 38-year-old man was pulled from the Indian Bend Wash Greenbelt near Miller Road and Roosevelt Street, close to the Vista del Camino Park. According to police, a silver car became partially submerged in the flooded wash, with the trunk sticking out of the water on Friday, just after 7:30 p.m. Because the floodwaters were so strong, officers couldn't reach the car, so they called a search and rescue team. Officers used drones and helicopters to check out the car, but they saw no movement inside. Scottsdale police said they tried but couldn't get a hold of Polanco, the car's registered owner. Family members said he hadn't been heard from since 6:15 p.m. Friday, when he was delivering food.
Unbelievable.
On Saturday, as water levels went down, police discovered Polanco's body outside the car. Firefighters later removed the body just after 7:30 a.m. A death investigation is underway, and the cause of death hasn't been released. The body recovery happened in the same area as a man who was trapped in his blue Toyota Prius in the flooded wash on Friday afternoon. A second dark-colored car was seen nearly fully underwater next to the silver car on Saturday morning.
That's too scary. I'm gonna have to go next to the door and fucking knock you out.